while we're waiting for the Game Awards that is happening next month, since that is possibly on when the 5th character is going to be announced for the final character of the DLC Fighters Pass for Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we're still wondering of who this 5th character could possibly be. And no, for the last time, I will not be predicting of who this 5th fighter is, because I want Sakurai and Nintendo to surprise us with an interesting character that we might know and love, or possibly someone we might not know, like someone surprising. And though, for like a few days now, there has been a few leaks, well, one major leak that has been talked about for, I guess, a few days, and that's all. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, that's kind of what this whole video is about. Because these Mii costumes, when people think that these Mii costumes really conclude out of like the announcement of a character, which I mean that could happen, I guess, but still, I mean I do understand that since Joker has like Persona 5, 4, and 3 Mii costumes, Hero had like all Dragon Quests. Terry had like a few SNKs and a bit of Virtual Fighters. Banjo-Kazooie had just unexpected ones like Sans for some reason. But still, and if you don't know what I'm talking about this one. If you really do not, and if you really guys want to see this picture, I'll leave it in the descriptions below. So make sure you go check in the link in the description. And as you can see here, there are two Mii costumes right there. One of them being the most recognizable, being Malo from Super Mario RPG, and the other one being Kako Demon. I really can't remember the name and all that, but still. And there's Ken right there, and as you can see there, Ken is he's pretty much doing a similar taunt. Because if you didn't know, guys, about a year ago, I think it was like around September or October 2018, Smash Ultimate wasn't out yet, but Ken from Street Fighter was supposedly leaked, and there were 4 characters in there, being Ivysaur, Pac-Man, and Pichu doing taunts, but the 4th character was Ken as well, doing the similar pose that was recently confirmed, like last year during the final Smash Bros. Direct. And surprisingly enough, Ken is in there, especially in Cinnamon, and yeah, rest in peace Grinch Leak and all that. But what this makes it so special is because of how interesting these Mii costumes look. People think that the Malo Mii costume could possibly lead to Geno. The other, this thing right there, I think it's like some of a demon or something from Doom. People think that this costume could possibly lead to Doom. But recently enough, people have been saying that if they were ever going to be confirming these two costumes, because some people think that they could possibly be mods of another costume, which really would make sense, but it would take a really long time, and no joke, it could take a really much time to create these kind of costumes. And though Sabi, you guys know who Sabi is. If you don't know who he is, Sabi is pretty much a really incredible leaker who's been saying things around of saying like who deconfirms things and what he thinks about the Smash Bros. DLC and all that. And yeah, this one right here, Sabi, he's been saying that there's been a few things that has been going on with the Mii fighter costumes, saying this, like, alright, so clarification on that Mii leak. The source who told me that Fighter Pass 5 isn't Crash or Ryu Hayabusa had told me that if those Miis are real, they are related to who Fighter Pack 5 is. Essentially, deconfirmed Geno or Doomguy for the Fighter Pass 5 spot. I was dreading to making this tweet. And if you do not know what he's talking about, then that Crash and Ryu's not going to be Fighter Pass 5, and if you guys don't believe Sabi, then I respect your opinion. He's been saying that Fighter Pass 5 is not going to be Crash Bandicoot or Ryu Hayabusa for quite a while now, possibly like a month. And guys, do not be sad. Crash and Ryu could possibly have a high chance next year after the 5th character might come out next year on February. This right here says this was the reason for why I was saying in servers that the leak was 99% fake. The Miis could be real, but it'd be sort of weird for them to add Doom Miis around an unrelated character. That or they be characters past Fighter Pass 5, which I'm not sure they really been worked on yet. And yes, that could be understandable. And most people, including me, I guess, really do believe Sabi, especially this one specific YouTuber named Papagenos, who's pretty much talking about Sabi for... He mentioned Sabi in like some of his videos and all that, talking about... let me just search it up. Yeah, right here. So you can see him talking about a few things and all that, and you can see here he also people been mentioning that like Ryu Hayabusa Crash and Reimu Smash League saying that no Crash, no Ryu Hayabusa, says Sabi. Source, see, they actually mentioned Sabi. Though what's weird is that there were 4 characters being Geno, because in the video there were 4 characters that were somehow like being rumored, one of them being Crash and Ryu, who was pretty much deconfirmed by Sabi. And guys, do not be mad, like I said, just if you really want the character, just take some patience, that's all. And also Reimu, I do not know who Reimu is, and I heard she's from a game known as Toho Project. And okay guys, fun fact, Reimu, which I didn't know, has been the most rumored character of all time. And I'm not joking, go check this video out, and possibly this video right here, and they'll talk about and he will talk about the possibilities of Reimu and all that. And if you guys really do not know who Reimu is, just kind of search up who Reimu is and all that, and that's about it. But really, guys, and what Sabi's trying to say, that if this could possibly be real, they would possibly that like it could be, because they say it would be weird for them to add Doom meets around an unrelated character. That, or they be characters past Fighter 5. So that would be understandable and all that. So really, and speaking of the possibilities, we're gonna talk about the 2 characters, the possibilities of these 2 characters, Geno and Doomguy. And really guys, these are my personal opinions. Please do not attack me in the comments section below, just don't. But really guys, Doomguy and Geno, these 2 have been really rumored for a long time. Geno being the most popular and most recognizable, and Doom being the most really half yes and half no, due to people saying that Doomguy is pretty much a mature character, like a rated M character. And I would understand that, but to be honest guys, I think we're kind of done with that, because they kind of added Joker and then Bayonetta and Snake in there. And Simon and Richter, since Castlevania is basically like some sort of rated M game. Even the Netflix show says so and all that. But still, so really the possibilities of Doomguy being in Smash is basically yes. Since that is basically like the only character we might get for Fighter Pass 5. And that's kind of the possibilities and all that, really. And even because Sabi like clearly said that Crash Bandicoot and Ryu Hayabusa would not be joined as Fighter Pass 5. So like Sabi's not saying that he deconfirmed Crash or Ryu. They're just not being the character in Fighter Pass 5. So the possible chance it could be Doomguy, or it could be someone else than just Doomguy. Possibly someone who is surprising, like I said in the beginning of the video. And really guys, if they're actually gonna add Doomguy in there, then just like, I mean really, because we have 3 Dooms games coming this month for the Nintendo Switch, which is Doom 1, Doom 2, and Doom 3 from the N64, coming to the Switch. And Doom Eternal, okay, for some reason, Doom Eternal has been delayed for the PS4 next year, which is March 2020. And I heard that the Switch version is pretty much unknown of when it will come out. So really guys, I mean, this could really have a high possible chance for Doomguy, which I really do understand. And now Geno. Now I'm not going to explain a lot about Geno. It's because I mentioned in this video, since Geno is rarely a character I talked about in my channel. And why is that? Well, if you saw this video, then I actually talked about the battle between Sora and Geno joining Smash Bros. And I mentioned that Geno has a pretty much an interesting relationship, and not just a relationship, but a really interesting history in the Smash Bros. Games, and the possibles of being a Smash character. Since Sakurai really wanted him back in Brawl, but Square Enix couldn't do it since it was basically like copyright problems and all that. And Geno is actually one of the Impossible 4. If you really do not know who the Impossible 4 is, There's basically 4 characters, being Geno, King K. Rool, Banjo-Kazooie, and Ridley, being the possibilities of joining the Smash Brothers. 3 of them made it, but 1 is still there. I did mention that Geno has an interesting history for Smash Brothers, but I also mentioned in that video that he basically has some sort of a copyright problem. Because for a while now, he's been getting nothing but just cameos in Smash Brothers. Now, these are just my opinions, alright? This is just my opinions on the possibilities of Geno being in Smash. And either Geno could possibly be a fighter, or he could just be a bonus fighter somehow. But still, these are just my opinions. I kind of want to see Doomguy in Smash Brothers. I want to see Geno, but the thing is, I'm just not sure of how I feel due to him being such a copyright problem with Square Enix. Even though they added characters like Hero and Cloud from Final Fantasy and all that. So really, guys, that's kind of what I talk about. So in conclusion, 2 characters. Geno could have a chance in case Square Enix is not stingy and has such huge copyright problems. And Doomguy, if they're gonna add Doomguy, they're gonna have to tone it down. And it really doesn't matter and all that. Because keep this in mind, during Sakurai presenting Terry, he did mention this, that it doesn't matter if the character is recognizable. It matters of how fun they was. So really, guys, it doesn't matter who this character is, it matters of how fun it could really be. So keep that in mind. So really, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you do understand that, and please do not attack me in the comments. If your character is not going to be in the Fighter Pass 5, then you just have to wait till next year and all that. But really, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know who is Fighter Pass 5. I'm not going to predict, like I said like a million times, and I also made a video about this like a while ago. Just hope you guys understand. Now, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember this, guys. Once a legend, always a legend.